Hello everyone, how are you today? I was supposed to film this video like 2 weeks ago and I am only just doing it now. Happy New Year! I know it's not like New Year anymore, but you know what? This is the first video of 2024 on my channel, so it's still New Year. Totally still New Year. How are you today? I hope you're fine. Today we're going to be doing my full New Year photo card collection tour. We're going to go through all of my binders. I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 I think. I don't think that's changed really since last time. Yeah, pretty much I'm just going to go through literally every single page in my binders, every single page in my collections. We're going to talk about my collections, like how they came about, if there's been any changes over the last 6 months since my last tour, which you can totally check out if you would like. I'll link it below. We're going to start with my A5 binders. I think that makes sense. So we're going to start with both of the A5 binders, then we're going to go through all of the A4, starting with the most kind of ranged binder, which has like 3 artists in it, and then it will just be my other 5 binders, which are each dedicated to 1 artist only. 2 of those are twice, 2 of those are ateez. That's how insane I am. Yeah, get a warm drink. I have a chocolate mocha, a double chocolate mocha, I believe, that I'm going to be using to warm my hands every binder, because this is going to be a workout for me and it's going to be a long video for you. So grab a snack, you know? Cool, I'll go grab my A5s. I've decided to start here. I was going to say as it's the binder that's changed the least, but both of my A5 binders have actually changed quite a bit in the last 6 months. There's been like new collections moving from binder to binder, me dropping things. It happens. There are only 2 groups in this binder. This is my Hive binder, basically. And it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's got my Hive groups in it, which at the moment, I say at the moment like it's going to change, it's only TXT and sserafim. So for TXT, which we're going to start with, obviously I collect Taehyun. I have this beautiful cover designed by my friend Nate, and I have another one on the back. How cute, right? So cute! People ask me about these all the time. The video where I set up my first A5 binder and put these in was like one of my most viewed videos, which is insane. Let's go into it. So for Taehyun, I just collect albums. So they started, of course, with like the bigger sized cards for literally no reason. So I've got all of his debut photo cards, Dream Chapter Magic, and I put in one of the Eternity cards in here because it's the same size. But then during Dream Chapter Magic, they actually moved into actual photo card size and then moved away from photo card size, but they still fit in the sleeve. I think it works well. It's Magic on the top, Eternity on the bottom. Makes sense in my brain. Then we move into Blue Hour, which I finally put a sleeve in here, can you believe, and a white sleeve so you can actually see this now. For months and months and months you could not see this, and this was just an empty gap. My character progression this year, insane. Then we're moving into Freeze. I believe it was around Freeze/Fighter Escaper when I started collecting Taehyun properly, because I've been thinking about it for a while. I've really enjoyed TXT ever since debut. Like, I remember I was in my first year of university when all the members were being released for their actual debut, and like I remember sitting down with my friend to watch Crown when it came out. So like TXT kind of a special group for me. The music is amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to see what they do next. We have Fire Escape, which I did an unboxing for. I think this was when I did my like starting my Taehyun collection. I did an unboxing for it, I believe. What a memory. Then what I did here is I put the digipack, the Jewel Casey versions. I put those in with these Weverse pops for Thursday's Child that I have, just so it kind of segues into actual Thursday's Child, and I like this setup as well. And I have a Target card on the back, which my friend gifted me, so nice of them. Then we move into Temptation era, so I've got a mixture of the album cards and like Weverse pops on here, but it fills 2 full pages, so I think it looks really nice, and I love this hair color on Taehyun. And moving into the current era, I'm just missing a couple of cards pretty much. So this is 2 of the photo book versions, this is the member cover and the last photo book version, and the Weverse version, which I currently have trades for. So hopefully these will be done soon. And then we have like the larger size postcards in here. And there isn't a divider or anything, we move straight into sserafim. For sserafim, I collect Yoonjin and I collect Kazuha. Yoonjin is my bias, and then I was like, Kazuha, like, slays too hard for me not to. So we struggling through my sserafim collection. JK, it's like mostly complete. I think I'm missing like 5 cards or something. I do have this last Phyllis card, so I can finally be done with debut. Only took me like almost 2 years. Then we move into Anti-Fragile, their best title track, It's True, which I believe I finished. Yes, I did. Then I have some units, and I want to get, for their Japanese comebacks, I don't like collect it, but I want to get a Yunjin card to go here in the same concept as this, and then that'll be really cute, I think. Just to segue then into Unforgiven, which I have mostly done. I'm just missing a couple of compact and Weverse items, as you can see, but it shouldn't be too hard to get. Then for their last Japanese comeback, I have these 2 Yunjin cards, so that'll be it for me for the for that era, just because I really like these cards so much. And one of them is actually Star Hollow, but you can barely see it. Like, this one is literally holographic and you can't see it. And these are some Weverse cards. And then I have their postcards at the back just here. So I have Yunjin and Kazuha, Yunjin and Kazuha, and they're wonky. They fall all over the place. I need to secure them down somehow. And then my other Taken cover, as you saw before. So that was my first binder, my Hive binder. I really do like this binder. There is a little bit of room to grow, but like not too much. So maybe I'll have to graduate these groups into a bigger binder soon, which will make me sad. Or maybe I can get another A5. I'll think about it. I kind of really like my TXT collection being in here, so maybe I could move the sserafim into an A4. You know what? I'll let future Lottie think about that, because I ain't doing it now. Now this is my other A5 binder. This went through a couple of changes this year. Like Le Sserafim used to be in here. I started a couple collections like grew and moved some stuff around. A lot went on with this binder, and I have this beautiful Eve cover page, also done by my friend Nate, who did the Taekyon covers. I love these covers. I really need to ask him if I could maybe like commission an IVE one, and like I'll just send him the albums to shred or whatever, because I have loads of spares. Let's move into this binder. We've got a couple groups in here, so I'm just going to go through them as we get to them. So first of all, we have Dreamcatcher. I collect Yuhyun, and the way that I collect Dreamcatcher is I do like 4 album cards an era, just so it fits in like a page, and I think it looks really nice, and also it eases the pressure of the out of print cards, which I skip, and the limited stuff, which I also skip. So pretty much the way it goes is album, page for each era sort of vibe, or at least I try to. Sometimes the cards are too cute and I have like extras on the back and stuff, but one fun thing with Dreamcatcher is that I have tickets to go see them next month in London, and the VIP sale for it, which includes like signed poster, high touch, a photo with them and stuff. The sale is on Wednesday. Guess who's working when the VIP goes on sale? It's me. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get those, and it'll be really cool to meet Dreamcatcher. I'm going with my best friend who is also going for VIP. They ult Dreamcatcher, whereas I'm very much in that I don't ult them, but I very much like them and I really like their music. And I'm really excited to see them perform. The only girl group concert I've ever been to was twice. And then that was only last year. That was the last K-pop concert I went to. That's after years and years and years of liking K-pop. And now the only concerts I have planned like this year in terms of K-pop are girl group concerts. I think so fun. I really do wish they wouldn't just do London though. I would love if Dreamcatcher would like do a venue in Manchester. It would be sick, but they just won't, because that's how companies work. So this is my adorable Dreamcatcher collection. I do need to set up for the current comeback, which will go right here after Bon Voyage era, and then I have a page, or well, a couple pages of just like extra stuff. So I've got like Pops, the agent card from one of the comebacks from Vision, and just like a couple of other things. And I have these trading cards from a concert that they did, I believe. Yeah, Reason Boutique, it was the fan meeting, that's right. A friend did a go, had some extras and was like, do you want Yuhyun? And I was like, yes. So I have these and I really love this unit card. I think it's really, really cute. Hi, it's like a week later. I'm refilming some parts just because of the lighting, and also I had a card missing in this next collection that I'm going to show you, so it was really irritating me when I was editing, so I decided to refilm it just because if I'm not happy with it, I don't want to put it on my channel, you know? So the next collection we have today is S. Now, I collect album cards for Sumin, who is the 6th member of S. Currently we have 20 out of 24 members of the group, so if you do get into S, which I do recommend because the music is so good and the girls are so funny, it's gonna take some time to like learn all the members, but I collect Sumin. So the first sort of unit or release that Sumin was in was Rising, which was ot6. So there's 2 cards for that, and I also collected the Hello 82 just to fill this spot because all of these 4 cards are all from the Crystallize aesthetic album, so I wanted to put them all on one page, and I just think because these are in the same outfit as well, like it just looks really nice. I don't know if I want to try and find a Rising pop or something like that that fits in with this concept. That might look cute, but I haven't really looked too much into it because I know a lot of S pops aren't actually photocard size. They're like mini postcard vibes. So yeah, for now I just have a white sleeve in here, and I do sleeve these in white sleeves as I don't want people scanning my photocards in my videos. So yeah, it just looks really clean this way as well, so even if it's the only collection I have that I put in white sleeves, I'm very happy to do so. So as of Crystallize, I'm totally complete with Sumin, but she has been in the Evolution unit since then, and I don't know whether I want to put it on the back of this page here and continue like that, or if I want to continue with my only putting photocards like on one side so you can see all the backs and stuff, because obviously I'm white sleeving these, you can't see the backs, so it's kind of like I need to weigh that up a little bit. But I did recently, like very recently, as in there's literally no more cards in here for S, expand this collection into basically any release where Sumin isn't in it. I want to collect like my bias in the group, if that makes sense. Like I'll pick one of the girls and collect them. So for AAA, Ask the Angel from Asia, I am collecting 2 of Nakyung's 4 cards. And then for Love Lucian, I'm collecting Sohyun. I just need to get a physical copy of AAA. I have a copy of Love Lucian's album on the way, which I love Love Lucian's album. I think that's my favorite album that S has released so far. The Love Lucian mini is so good. So if you want to listen to any, listen to that one first because it's magnificent. Yeah, really cool thing that happened with S so far this year is basically I was buying some Evolution albums. I asked if my friend wanted some. He was like, yeah, cool. So we went to order 4 copies because we wanted a set, because we want to, you know, flesh out our physical album collections for S. And at that point they had an MMT round going on, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna be really kind of cheeky about this because both of our biases are in Evolution. I'm gonna put 2 albums under my name for Sumin. I'm gonna put 2 albums under my friend's name for Yuyeon, his bias. And my friend didn't get in. I was gonna surprise him with it if he did, but I actually ended up getting in for Sumin. So I met her like last week, and honestly she's so sweet. She's actually so funny. We had a really nice time. I did have to wake up at like 3:30 a.m. for it, and Sumin was a little bit horrified at that, but I was like, no bestie, like it's fine, it's for you. And I walked around work that whole day like I really just spoke to Sumin. It was really nice because it was my first like non-alt fan call situation, basically like a one-to-one talk with them. You know, I was a bit unsure because I wasn't exactly sure of how much English Sumin spoke or like understood, but apparently there was going to be a translator. There ended up not being one, but Sumin actually like understood literally everything I said, and I was like, wow, this is actually really good. I did use some Korean, but I didn't want to like say something wrong. That's one of my fears whenever I speak Korean to an idol. It gives me so much fear, especially when it's 4 in the morning and my brain is just not physically present. So yeah, I have a signed album from Sumin coming. I believe MMT shipped that, but it hasn't arrived at my Korean address yet. And I actually also completed one of my like top K-pop collection goals ever that I've had and I've spoke about multiple times on this channel. Also getting, along with my signed album, I'm getting my first ever signed Polaroid, and I'm on the floor about it. I'm so excited to see it. I cannot wait. I've seen a couple of S Polaroids before and they're literally really cute. So I don't know if I'm gonna store it on my shelf or if I want to put it in my binder, because then I'd have to deal with like having to cover it every video. Probably I'm gonna end up putting it on my shelf. I've got a couple of signed photo cards and stuff on my shelf as well. So I could maybe like put my Polaroid next to my S albums. I think that would be really cute. But yeah, that's my S collection. Now moving back to Past Lottie for Purple Kiss. Moving into another group that got added, I think it was last year, yeah. We have Purple Kiss, this is Swan. I have a complete Swan collection, so you can just enjoy this. She's literally so cute. But yeah, the way this came about was kind of crazy. I was like, screw it, I might collect a couple of Swan cards. And then I had a trade with someone and they were like, hey, I have the remaining 15 Swan cards you need. If you want to send me some of those Gravity cards you're dropping. And I was like, okay. It's a complete Swan collection. Literally. A fluke. A fluke. And Swan also did debut solo last year, so I have her solo cards in here as well. I just put it in chronological order instead of splitting it by Purple Kiss and her solo stuff, because we don't know when Swan's gonna do anything solo again. That's cool. Then we move into Loona. We have Eve. Basically all I have for Eve is I finished Flip That and I finished Hash. That's about it. I don't actively collect Eve. I'm waiting for her to breathe, but I do know she has signed with a company as of like last month, which gives me so much joy. So hopefully Eve solo debut this year. That was it for my like Flip That set, and then I have these season greetings cards that I bought like years ago and I just kept them. A couple of summer package stuff, and then my Hash cards right here. I love these cards so much. Then I have a couple of really random cards right here at the back. I've got two mini photo cards from their nude comeback, and then I have this WJSN the Black card. Yeah, these two girls are my like biases in WJSN along with that one. So stream Sola's solo debut when that comes out. Thanks. So that's it for my lovely little A5 binders. Now we're gonna go into my A4s. In this binder we've got Itzy, we've got Billlie, and we've got Cravity. All three of these collections I've just been like chilling. They're the same as they pretty much were. I did used to collect a lot more for Gravity, but I dropped some of that mainly just because I wasn't actively collecting it anymore, and that's totally fair. You know, you can change your mind on things after collecting them for a few years. But for Itzy, I collect Cheonyoung, and I'm pretty up to date. I think I'm just missing some stuff from her last comeback. And of course, they just had a comeback with Born to Be, and it's such a good album. I love Untouchable so much. But yeah, they've been ramping up the photo cards for a while now. And I don't know which things I'm gonna collect for this new era currently, but yeah, I need to work that out. So that's it for Itzy at the moment. I do need to set up for Untouchable / Born to Be, and I will do that in an upcoming video. But we're moving into Billlie. Billlie hasn't updated in a while. I'm almost done with my Sewer collection. I collect Moonsewer. Obviously Moonsewer had a really hard year last year, so currently she's on hiatus from Billlie. So despite Billlie having a comeback, she wasn't in it, and neither was Suhyun. They're both on hiatus for varying reasons, but we're not too far from completing this collection. Just a couple Polaroids and things left, so hopefully I'll be able to finish that before she comes back. And I really hope she is resting well, is taking her time to come back, and yeah, I hope to see her happy and healthy when she does come back. Then last of all we move into Cravity, and Cravity I used to collect like quite a lot. Like Serum was one of my alts, and I need them to do a Europe tour, but their world tour excluded most of the world, as they do. But I collect 3 members of Cravity. I collect Serum, Jungwoo and Taeyong, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty behind as of like Adrenaline comeback, I think, Party Rock sort of era. Like it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. Like I have barely anything for this comeback, but then I have most of this comeback, and then they had another one since then and I haven't even set up for it, and it was in September. We are yeah, quite behind. Honestly, I don't know what the future of my Cravity collection is. There's just kind of a lot of stuff that they're doing, but I'm just not keeping up. So maybe a downsize is in order, but I haven't thought about it yet, really. And I love the Cravity boys so much, so it would make me sad if I did like downsize them by quite a bit. Literally, like, what even is this? I definitely also, I used to collect a lot of Serum non-album too. I condensed quite a lot of that down and do just a couple of pages and like my favorite pops and stuff. So this is a lot kind of calmer than it used to be. Yeah, I just kept a couple of my favorites. I say a couple, and it's like 3 pages. But it's a lot kind of more chill than it used to be, and I don't have any pops from their last comeback. Literally the latest I have is Masterpiece Era. So that is it for this binder. Now we're going to move into Twice. Okay, Twice went through a pretty big change this year. I used to collect 3 members, and that was quite a big like staple on my channel for a while, and now I only collect 2. I dropped Jonghyun, and one thing, this kind of links into what I want to do this year, I want to refine what I collect, not like limit myself, but I want to refine it so I always feel good about it, because that's what collecting is for. It's your collection, you can do what you want with it, and I realized that whilst I was only missing like 3 to 5 cards for Jonghyun, I wasn't looking for them, so I thought, why not just drop it entirely? So this binder houses from debut all the way through until Fancy, and it's fully complete. This binder is complete. I only go in here to look, really. There isn't really anything to add in here as such, so I'll just sort of flip through here so you can see. But I do love this binder. It holds a lot of memories for me. Obviously I mentioned earlier that I saw Twice live last year in 2023 after all these years of supporting them, and I'm so happy I did get to see them, even if Jihyo wasn't feeling too well on the night, so she didn't dance for like all of the concert. She danced Killing Me Good and she danced a little bit near the end, but she sat out most of the choreo, and so I would like to see them again as 9, like all dancing. But I'm so happy I finally got to see them, and that, you know, European onces got that chance, because we've literally never had it before. And I saw so many of my favorite songs, and I went to the London date that actually got an extra encore song. Thank you Nyon for rigging. So our encore songs were TT, Espresso, and Hare Hare. Literally so good. When we ended up getting TT, I was kind of like, oh well, yesterday's date got TT as well. They must be kind of fed up with TT at this point. But I was so happy to see that Nyon just was like, yeah, let's do Espresso, because I loved Espresso. It was one of my favorite performances from their last world tour, which I only saw like on DVD, so I was really happy to see the girls do that, and even having the special experience of seeing a Japanese song, because, you know, a lot of groups don't perform their Japanese songs outside Japan, so that was kind of insane. So I'm really happy that I finally got to see the Twice girls in person. And that's this whole binder. We'll go into the second binder, which definitely isn't complete. I'm missing a couple of zone cards, but the Twice come back end of February. Please expect an unboxing. Please expect one. This is my second Twice binder. This is Feel Special onwards, so this is where the new comeback's gonna go as well. I think it's definitely room, and let's go. So like I said earlier, I stopped collecting Jonghyun, so it's kind of compressed more into like Sana, Jihyo, OT9 set if I wanted an OT9 set. At one point I was going to do OT9 full Feel Special, and then I decided actually no, I really like these OT9 sets, so I just switched up which ones I was collecting. I think I added this one and took away the others that I was collecting, but I really like how it looks, and of course more and more only had 9 cards, so that fits perfectly. Then we move forward into Eyes Wide Open, which is such a special album to me. I remember the exact day when this album came out, and I woke up at 5 AM just to watch this music video, and I was sat in bed like, this is actually insane. I love Twice, oh my god. And they're continuing just to like own the game, and I can't wait for their new pre-release. I believe it comes out beginning of February, and then the comeback is like, correct me if I'm wrong, but the 23rd, which is Friday. I get paid the Monday after, so I'm gonna buy it on the 26th, and hopefully it should be shipped quite fast from there, and then I can get my unboxing up within like a week. Fingers crossed that is a thing that I can do, but please do expect an unboxing. I'm gonna buy all 3 versions, even though you only need 1 copy to complete a member, so technically I only need 2 copies, but like, I want to see all of them. I might do something similar to what I did with Ready to Be. I'll show you, and do like a certain amount of each member, and then by choice do an OT9 set, because I did not have to do an OT9 set last era, but I did anyway, so that's what I want to do. Then we move into Zone. I'm missing like 6 or 7 cards. Hopefully I can finish these. Probably won't finish it before the Twice come back, but I do need to actively look for these. That would help me in life. And another change that I made this year was probably my choice to collect monograph cards. I only have 5 right now, but I want to go back and collect Jihyo's older monographs, because I've been collecting them as they came out since Eyes Wide Open, and I really want to continue with that because I really like it. So yeah, then I just have a couple extra non-album things in the bag, and my light stick cards, because of course I had to get a candy bong if I was going to see Twice. Yeah, that's my entire Twice collection. Again, I feel like I say this every single tour video, but my Twice collection is really, really special to me. It's in my brain, it's one of the only collections that has been completely documented on this channel, and I believe me setting up my Twice collection was like my 2nd or 3rd video ever, and it remains one of my most viewed, which is really interesting, because when I look back at it I'm kind of like, oh god, why did I film it like that? But I mean, it felt like Twice was a staple on my channel for quite a while, so every time I get to do Twice content, like, it feels kind of special to me, especially because I feel like I don't get to do a lot of Twice content now. So I love my Twice collection. I love Twice. So true. Next binder. 3 binders left. I had a small break. I had a snack. Just some big binders left. We've got 2 ateez binders and 1 IVE binder. So this is ateez album. This is pretty updated. We did that in my last video. So for once, I actually have stuff from the current comeback. Look at me go. So for ateez, this is a long story. I originally collected just then during Fever Part 2 era I added on Uyong, so then I collected Uyong. Then I just like felt a little kooky and added on some Songhwa and some Yeosang. That's only from Fever Part 3 onwards. And then I only collected and Uyong for Outlaw, and then I don't know what I'm doing for Will yet. You'll see it as we go. So of course we're starting from Pirate King and Say My Name. Also happy 5 years to Say My Name. The thought of that kind of makes me a little sick. Like that, I remember this come back so vividly, and it's been 5 years. I'm so my ateez. Then we have Wave and Illusion, Wonderland, and Answer era. We've got some like MMT cards sprinkled in here as well. Then we move into Fever Part 1 era, so the Fever series. Then Fever Part 2, each member got his own page. This is Fever Part 2 and Fever Part 2 Uyong. Then we have Season Songs. This was their collaboration with Kim Jongkook. So there he is, the big guy. Then this is where I started feeling a little kooky. So what I did was I did top 4 normal album cards, and then I did ot8 limited cards, and again for the diary version top 4 and then ot8. I think the setup works really nicely for the amount of cards there were. Then we have the Z version, so Deja Vu, top 4 and ot8. And then I did the exact same for epilogues. This was the real era, so top 4 and ot8 once again. And last of all, then after that we moved into Gorilla era, in which I did top 3. So I did Songhwa, and Uyong, and this just worked really well for the amount of cards that there were. Just worked really nicely, all full pages, no empty gaps, slayed. Then these were the digipacks and some Hello 82 cards. I did only do and Uyong for these, and then I have the IDs at the back of the era for Songhwa as well. Then Halazia I did top 4, and then one of the sets I did ot8 because it was the blanket set and everyone loved the blanket set, so I was like, why not? So here is the first 2 sets, and I have this Songhwa on the back. I don't know what to do with him actually. I might end up selling him. We'll continue with our sets. I think this works really well because even when it's in age order, my biases are still like in the middle, in the center, you know what I mean? So I think this works really well. Then of course ot8 blanket cards because cute. Then we have all of the like concept-y cards. I only did my biases for these, and I just did the selfies for top 4. It worked well this way. Then for Outlaw, I put the A, Z and Diary like solo cards all on one page. So this is Yuno's page, this is Uyong's page. I felt so big brained about this setup. Then we have the digipack solo cards in the corners, so I'm missing both of Uyong's. I have this Yuno card, and I put their units in here as well because their units were together. And then we move into the platform cards, so I have all of these ones, and I'm missing a couple as you can see. And then we have the other outfit page, which is done, and then each of them had like a set of concept cards. So I have these ones for Yuno, and I have these ones for Uyong. I'm just missing one of his QR cards. And then at the moment for Will era, I only have one Yuno digipack and one Uyong digipack, the UK exclusives, which you got 4 cards with. So I have Yuno's set and I have Uyong's set, and the little stickers in the middle because I think that's cute. But that is everything that I have for my ateez album binder. Of course I need to add and set up for the rest of Will era, and I still have a couple things left to finish for Outlaw, but we're not too far away from being like caught up, which I'm really happy about. I think Outlaw had a ridiculous amount of album photo cards, and I'm very happy that Will has like reduced that slightly, but the pop is still crazy, which is what we're going to look at next. We're going to go into ateez pops and not album, so get ready for a lot of Yuno cards. Okay, this is easily the most full and the most expensive binder in my entire collection. It's my ateez non-album stuff. I collect the and a lot of it, so much, and this has pretty much most stuff up until late Outlaw era, and then I have like a couple non-album things that are a bit more up to date, but then Will I don't have on hand. They're my girlfriend. So yeah, first we start off with MMT cards because this was like the original pop, I guess, for ateez. So starting from Wonderland era through to like Fever Part 1. I also did collect some Ouyongs for these as well, which I thought were cute. Then we have OT8 K-Town for You for Fever Part 1. This was the first OT8 set I ever actually collected, and I love this set, so I will forever keep it. Keep it here just for the memories. Then we have all of Fever Part 1 apart from the Tokopedia, which I will never have, and I've accepted that unless I want to pay triple digits for it, which I really don't. In my brain, this is all of it if we ignore the existence of that Tokopedia. Then we move into Fever Part 2. This is where they started ramping up the POBs and such, but I did get and Ouyong for the MMTs again. And we got a couple pages of various cards and a couple of Ouyongs like spread around, but these are all Fever Part 2 and some sub-K polars in the corners. Then we move into Fever Part 3. Again, I have a couple of Ouyongs spread around just for like funsies. So this is Fever Part 3. I really like this page because it's all hollow apart from the middle, just because I wanted to put them together. And of course I have Bouillon because I love him. It's so cute. Literally so many. And then slowly here we move into Epilogue era. So this is where the real era starts, which didn't have quite as many POBs. We had some travel packages and lucky draws too. Then we have this from Rocky era, their Japanese comeback, but I really like that pop as well. Then this is where we move into Gorilla era, so where they started going like super crazy with it. I'm just gonna let the pages speak for themselves because this is probably the biggest show of dedication I have to physically show someone. Yeah. there's quite a lot. There's quite a lot. Last couple pages of Gorilla era, pretty late Gorilla era stuff when they started going back on tour again. Then slowly here we move into Halazia era. Of course I have the bunny lucky draws. Those sent the internet crazy. And then we move into Outlaw here. Outlaw's got quite a few pages, and I did these in my last sorting video. And this is where we're up to in POBs right now. I still have the last remaining stuff from Outlaw to come, as well as all the stuff from Will, so in time they will arrive. And now this is when we move into non-album, so like DVD, season's greetings, fan club kits, random pieces of merch, concert stuff, that sort of thing. So we start from quite early on, like our first tour DVD, the perfume that came out like 5 billion years ago, light stick stuff, that sort of thing. Through to the drama invitation that 4 of our members were in, so I have those. The treasure photo books. I really like the treasure photo books. We also had a Fever photo book, so probably we're gonna end up with a movement photo book late 2024, like not to call that into existence, but it's probably gonna happen. Moving into like more recent tour DVDs and season's greetings. Ode to Youth photo book. I love these sets. I've got a sprinkle of like OT8 sets in here as well. So we've got soundcheck tour cards and a group card. Some of more recent stuff through partnerships like the Murnau skincare line, Wonderwall, more Wonderwall, more Murnau. They did so much for this. Some are photo books, concert merch, more concert merch. I have the European pop-up cards here. I ended up with Leon and Songwa for this, which I really like. They're all hollow. These were the winter merchandise, and these were the AT room trading cards, so I have and Leon for these just because they were real stinking cute and I love trading cards. Then we have stuff like the From PCs, pots, the Teasmon cards, Break the Wall, Anchor and Soul merch. And this is where I end for like non-album merch. And then we also have more recent DVDs like the Break the Wall DVDs, so normal DVD and the Blu-ray. Season's Greetings, so I have the prom set here and I have Yuno's other photo card there as I didn't get the full set. This is for the new Season's Greetings, the criminal one, which I have yet to receive. Then I have even more, just when you thought it was finishing, even more non-album stuff. So this is like some Wonderwall fan signs, Sub K. These were from a membership kit as well. This is more Sub K merch from FIFA Part 3 era, 18 membership, the extra benefits from those memberships running into the most recent membership set. I love this set so much, it's so good. This set is magnificent. Birthday merchandise. Then I have a page of fan sign winner cards and a broadcast, and I have joined a group order for another broadcast from Crazy Form era, so hopefully that will be arriving like in the next couple months. Excited for that. Then at the back here we've got Yuno's Japanese photo cards, so this is into the A to Z onwards, so into the A to Z Dreamers, Rocky. Then we move into Paradigm, which I still want to get one more card for, and Limitless, which I am quite behind on, but I did just ship a Neokyo box with more of these on the way. And that somehow is it for my entire ateez non-album slash pop slash Japanese collection, which is an absolute demon of a binder. Honestly, this is such a joke. Let's move into the last binder of the video. Last binder of the video, and I saved IVE for last just because IVE has been like the big thing on my channel for the last like 2 years, especially when I picked up ot6 a year and like a half ago, just over. So this houses my ot6 collection as well as my Liz collection. Basically I collect ot6 for all album cards, and then I'd collect G1 or Liz for non-album, and then any merch that comes in like ot6 sets or merch like trading cards and such. I also do ot6. You'll see it, it'll make sense. I'll show you. So first of all, I have a page of IZ*ONE cards just to kind of honor Yoojin and Wonyoung's time in IZ*ONE. I don't have any Wonyoung IZ*ONE cards, but Yoojin was my bias, so this is just kind of to acknowledge the existence of IZ*ONE. I would like to get more IZ*ONE stuff in the future, but I just haven't gotten to it yet. It just has not happened. So just this one page for now, which I think it looks really cute anyway because it's got quite a spread of eras, so shows her growth, you know what I mean. Then we move into 11 era. I store all of my ot6 album cards in spreads just because I think it looks really pretty. It's really full pages, just looks really satisfying. This is 11. This is Love Dive. Love Dive was the era where I started collecting ot6. Previously I collected top 3, which was G1, Yoojin and Girl, and then I finished that pretty quickly because the girls only had like 6 cards at that point, 6 or 7 cards, and I was like, oh well, I'm halfway to ot6, might as well finish it. So since then I've been keeping up with ot6. Then here we have Starship Square pre-order benefits and the jewel cases. Moving into Afterlike, this is where I started hosting group orders, so I've got all 3 photo book versions of Afterlike finished. And then for the Next page I have jewel cases in the middle, Starship Square photo book at the top, Starship Square jewel case at the bottom. I really like this bottom set, it's so cute. Then this is where I've debuted in Japan, so I've got 11 Japanese version, all complete, all 3 versions, and then I did just G1 for the fan club version, so that is in the G1 section as opposed to this section. Then moving into last year's promotions, we've got I Am era, so here we've got all 3 photo book versions. On this page we've got the jewel cases, the special edition and the special edition photo cards, and then on another page we then have the Starship Square pops, so photo book pops top and bottom, jewel case pops in the middle. Quite a lot for I Am era, but I mean it was the first full album, so why not. Then this was their first Japanese comeback. This was in May with Wave, so we have versions A, B and C here, ot6. And again, for the fan club version, I did just collect G1. Moving into current stuff, I actually just got in the last 3 cards. I need to finish the photo book cards, so these will all be done in my next storing video. These last 2 girls and this last Ray will be finally home for IVE's first mini album, Baddie Era. Then we're not doing quite as well on digipacks and platform albums. Wonyoung's on the way, but yeah, it's not gonna take very long to finish up these, so it's gonna look really pretty when it's done. This is where we move into kind of G1 stuff, IVE non-album, pops and stuff like that. First of all, we start with album pops and like fan sign events, so it moves chronologically through 11 and Love Dive, etc. You'll see it as we go. So we start with 11 era. I have a spot free because I have G1's Shopee card on the way, so that will be here in the next couple of weeks to finish off this page for now. Then we move into Love Dive, which I've made so much progress on this year. I had barely any Love Dive before last year. And we have the rest of Love Dive moving into Afterlike. Some more Afterlike. Moving into I Am era, featuring a little bit of 11 Japanese version. This is all the IVE pops. I hosted for most of these and then I have to get a couple myself that I didn't host for, but then for Baddie era I pretty much hosted for everything bar like 1 round of lucky draws, which I'm pretty proud of, to be fair. So this is where we start off Baddie, and we've got a couple pops in there so far from my go batches that have arrived, and I've got a couple more to put away as well. Then we move into Season's Greetings. So we have the 2022 welcome package, they call this. This was like literally the month after they debuted. And I also want to get their first dive membership stuff. This was only a couple months after that, so that's why I've got it here. Then we've got some more early stuff, got some different things like magazine photo cards, ID cards, Japanese membership photo cards, some Ray Peach Sea promo cards, and then some extra Japanese photo cards for 11 Japanese era. Last year's Season's Greetings, and I do have space for this year's Season's Greetings, which should arrive at the end of this month. These were the pops for last year, and I'm going to do the same again. Then we have the Prom Queens fan meet, so I collected ot6 for most of the merch, the trading cards and the photo card deco pack that also came in a set of 6, which are these ones in the middle right here. So cute. And all of my other sort of Prom Queens related things. Corn Silk Tea, Wave era, last year's fan membership, so I did buy this one myself, which is why I have the full set and I have a dive card, and I'm planning to buy the membership again when it comes out this year. A little bit more Wave era, the mini pop-up. We got the little characters last year for IVE and I love the characters so much. I have the Christmas version on the way, should come in February. Then we have Papa John's, we have the summer photo book pops. I love this card so much. and we have the Prom Queens DVD card, so I collected all versions for that. Kino, Blu-ray and normal photo cards. They came with ot6 sets in each, so I have a full spread of those and a couple of DVD pops and extra photo cards. The IVE vinyl for G1, the dive photo cards for the show What I Have in Seoul dates, and I have this Superstar in London G1 card too, and a bit more space for any more non-album on the way. The Dreamy Day summer photo book, I collected ot6 for that as well, so I have a full spread here too. And that is actually it for my binder. That's it for my entire collection actually. I hope you enjoyed. Let me go to a page to finish off. So that was it for my entire full collection tour. I know the light has been changing throughout this whole video. I hope you can still see that the lighting wasn't too irritating as the sun literally set whilst I was filming this. That's how long it's taken to film this. I hope you had a nice new year. Happy Year of the Dragon. Dragon is my zodiac sign, so like this year has to be good for me. I'm begging. Let me know what your plans are for this year, if you're going to any concerts, if you're gonna buy any albums, what your collection goals are. Yeah, just let me know and I will see you guys in another video. See you guys soon. Bye.